On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 156, recorded live on November 17th, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And fun news, another birthday announcement back to back. Today's my dad's birthday. He's been on the show before. He has his own YouTube channel, youtube.com/MoCirca. Go check him out. Go tweet him. Happy birthday. Drop a comment down below. Let him know that you're wishing him a good birthday because that would make his day. So, yeah, let's hop right into these setups. We only have, I think, 8 today. First one submitted by Jacob, who's 14. And, like, the ongoing thing here today is that nobody wants to tell me anything about themselves. So, at least we know he's 14, and that's about it. So, the first photo, Tom ruined the whole effect I was going for.
It's at 2 photos.
Yeah, okay. Well, this was his first setup. I was going to make everyone cringe. And then if you go to the next shot, that's his new setup. So, started from the bottom, now you're here. Okay, anyways, really though, I mean, a big improvement. If we go back to the first photo real quick, we will see that, yeah, cable management was an issue, and it was really just one of those glass desks that makes everybody cringe, and it's sort of like, you know, and guess what? It's funny because he still has that glass desk, and if we go to the next photo, you kind of see one thing that he did to improve it is that he's not utilizing the riser, which is a huge deal because I think that riser is like really high up and a little too, like, I'm not a big fan of that. Now I know some people prefer the glass desk, and I think it's okay now because look at the cable management. What an improvement. I think that alone makes things so much better. You know, there's still the strand coming out right there, all kind of bundled together. That needs to be handled. You put it behind the plastic bins just a little off to the left, it would have been fine. Now, people in the chat absolutely flipping out about the plastic drawers, and I'm there with them. It's not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad to have storage, blah, blah, blah. But the idea of how they look in comparison to the rest of the setup, yeah, not the best. If it was black, I think it would definitely fit in a lot more and wouldn't be as like, I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing. The other thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way was just the amount of stuff that he has on the desk. You know what I mean? There's just so much going on. And really, if you break it down, it's simple. It's not like, you know, he's hoarding or whatnot, but it's too much considering his desk space. You want to keep it nice and clean. And honestly, like, you know, the Stormtrooper helmet, like that bank thing is cool, the little clock. But there are certain things here and there that just kind of make it look a little crazy. You don't need to have your router there, all those different things. That adds cables, kind of move that off to the left. Now, I think you have the desk positioned in a way so that it's centered for that wall, hence the empty space off to the left. It looks a little bit weird since like the PC is there and there's still room off to the left. So that's a good spot to put your router. You know, move that, kind of clean that up a little bit. The drawers, I think if anything, the drawers should actually be on the left side, and then the PC should be on the right side of the legs. So basically that would just kind of make, because it looks like Tom, that the drawers would just fit perfectly in that corner.
Probably,
yeah, so why not put that there, move the PC off to the other side? It would just look a little bit better. But I would say improvement in a lot of different categories for sure. Just a little bit of fine tuning will make it a lot nicer. And I mean, in comparison to the first one, you added personality. You added just a little bit more about yourself and made it yours. But at the end of the day, you're 14. So, you know, you're just getting started here. Nothing wrong with that. And now let's go to the next setup. Now, Vladimir, okay? That's all I know. I don't know his age. I think this is the first guy that I don't know his age in like a long, long time. So should have just taken him off, but instead I just bashed the shit out of his setup with the score. So Vladimir, don't know anything about him, don't know his age, but what we do know is goddamn he likes remotes. I mean, seriously, what the... that whole right side? No se puede. I do not like that. I need that to get out, dog. Honestly, god damn, what do you even have drawers? Do you have anywhere to store stuff? It's got to go. The right side completely really killed the setup, I would say. Now, the other thing is it's a terrible photo in the sense that we can't really see cable management. We see some cables here and there going all over, but for the most part, we can't really get a good idea. So I couldn't give it like a perfect score for that. Usability, I don't think is that nice considering the placement of the speakers. We had the left and right, one's on top of the PC, the other one's off to the right side. Thought that was a little weird. I think that's like a phone charger in the middle right there, in between the two monitors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, so like, you know, that's cool, but like it's just, it looks messy. A lot of things going all over the place. Way too many headphones, way too many knickknacks, and that's where out of sight, out of mind comes into play. I doubt first of all, what are those remotes even going to? I mean, honestly, there's too many remotes considering what he has. So I think, you know, if you use it on a daily basis, go for it. But if you don't, then yeah, you know, definitely needs to be worked on. And where's the theme? You know, there's nothing we could really go off of. If it was a further back shot, maybe you had something going on, but above and all that really needs to be figured out. So I'm really interested to see the rest of the room, but obviously we don't know anything about him and we'll probably never hear anything from him again. But interesting setup, just not perfect. Not perfect, to say the least. Is that the middle speaker to the right? I mean, I would assume that's the right speaker, and then the left speaker's on top of the PC, and that's it. I think that's it, because I think that thing in the middle is just a phone dock. So, yeah, not much else to say. So let's go to the next setup here, submitted by Omar, who is 17. Now, Omar was on episode 120. I don't have a photo of it. It was pretty similar in certain areas. If you go to the next photo, you'll see his cable management, and then there's one more photo, and you might remember it from that. You know, it's got all the vinyl all over the wall, different things like that, and that really awesome window, which is super cool. But he wanted me to know he's in the music production, soccer, and casual gaming. So now when we look at his setup, kind of take that into account. And man, this is exactly what I was referring to when I was talking about people with the pianos. You know, I'm almost positive, he can slide that in and out. If he can't slide it, then he's like, oh God, like trying to reach the keyboard out. But yeah, considering I believe now it can be pushed in, that's like exactly what I was referring to for all the other people that have had keyboards on the last few episodes. Now, yeah, here's the thing. There is still a few things I'm not a huge fan of, but definitely improvements to say the least. A lot of people are bashing the monitor, but the monitor looks like it's ripped off a laptop. You know what I mean?
It looks like a tablet of some sort, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There's no PC anywhere.
There's
no PC, so I think it's one of those
like
HP all-in-one.
Like the ones that, okay. It looks small for that though. It may be like I don't know. Somebody tell me in chat, because it looks like a laptop where you can like bend it the other way. Not sure. Someone says he has a Dell XPS. I'm pretty sure it says HP, but okay. Okay. People are saying it's a tablet laptop.
Yeah, it's like one of those. It is probably the ones you can like move back.
Yeah, because I've seen it where it could go forward and back. Okay, so cool. People are telling me, and this one guy is like, no, it's a Dell XPS. Okay, chill, dude. Pretty sure it's not. But yeah, so everything else is really nice though, in terms of like, he's got the headphones, speakers in a nice spot, the Focusrite Scarlett in a nice spot as well. And really everything is very evenly placed out of sight, out of mind is really nice. He's got the microphone in a great spot. He can bring it in, he can push it out, and that's exactly what you need to do. It just looks a little, I don't know. I think because of the size of the screen, it really kind of kills the setup. If he had, I mean, obviously every setup with an ultra wide for the most part would be awesome. So if it was a bigger display, let's just go with that, it would fill up a lot more. It would make a lot more sense. And I would assume it would be a lot easier to use, because looking at this laptop that you got going on, it's way too small. Now, of course, looking at the subwoofer, that's fine, but you bring that cable up the leg, and that's what makes your life a lot easier. Cable management, you know, yeah, you look at it and it's like, okay, it's off the floor, but that's not managed. That's just laziness. You could easily fix that and it would look even nicer. And then the whole room, I mean, still looks, I'm pretty sure it's basically the same as it was before. You know, he's got an entertainment center set up off to the left and blah, blah, blah. It looks great though. It's a nice room. I love the window. I love the vinyl. I think it flows through nicely. So Omar, good job on you. But let's go in the next setup. This setup is submitted by Cam, who's 18, and he enjoys playing Overwatch and CSGO. Now, little tip when you submit to Pimp My Setup, take time. Take your time and actually make sure the photos are better than your setup actually is. And what I mean by that is you can kind of stage things. You can if the photos are high quality, your setup automatically looks way better. And I think that's just something a lot of people can agree on. And in this scenario, yeah, the white balance is definitely off. The yellow lights and everything, it just looks hideous. And it's not even because of the room. It's just like the lighting just not ideal. So that was the first thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, usability, I mean, look at the speakers. It's hard with this kind of desk. I get that, especially having the dual monitor setup, but it's just not working in that regard. You have cables going all over the place. I think the PC's in a very odd position, especially because there's no internal LEDs. So it's just kind of like, it's like a black box just chilling there. So I think that could easily go off to the left side under the TV. It would hide that outlet and it would just look, honestly, a lot nicer. I think it's just a weird spot. But definitely you want to brighten that up, because then it look pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? That TV is, you know, it's gorgeous. Any updated TV with like not bezels as fat as your mom look really good. And it's in a great spot. I like the whole console idea to the left, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's really the actual setup portion that's not ideal. The placement of the underside things, cable management, and of course the overall theme. What you're going for is obviously hockey. You got, what are those, Blackhawks? Yeah, Blackhawks. He's got the hockey stick, and then some random ass poster from whatever. I don't know, someone probably knows in the chat. I think the poster's in a weird spot. I think the decal of the fat head for the Blackhawks should have went right above your actual desk portion with the two monitors, and that would have been sufficient. I don't think the poster was really necessary. You know what I mean? But I think really with a little bit of cleaning up and just taking it a little bit more serious, this would be perfect. Like wire mold out of the TV, blah, blah, blah. And I think it'd be great. Utilize those shelves to the right of the desk, you know, put some cool stuff on there, some little hockey pucks. I don't know, just a little bit more. You got to kind of bring the theme in now to the setup itself and not just the wall. So I like what you're going for. I understand what you're going for, but it just wasn't coming across in the photo at the end of the day. You need to make a few changes to bring it to the next level. So anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by Jake. Now, Jake here is 15. He's a filmmaker and editor, and he loves America. But is that alcohol to the left? It looks like it's just like a bottle with some stuff in it and like a funny little picture on it. Hopefully it's not alcohol, because he obviously lives in America and he's 15. So I don't know. Someone could tell me maybe it's just like a piggy bank for kids who want to be cool. Now, taking a look at the actual setup itself. A lot of desk real estate because of the Lin mods. Obviously not a lot of depth necessarily, but a lot of width and such because of the way that he has the two pieces connecting. So that is really, really nice. Is it the best utilization of it? Not necessarily. Am I a huge fan of this setup? Nah, I mean, it's great in terms of setup, but in terms of actually putting all the equipment in the right spot, it just looks a bit random. I think that's the best way to explain that. Like that light with the colored bulb, that thing's ugly as hell to the left. Yeah, that thing, because there's like no cover to it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like ugly. And then like the headphones, that's like a weird spot. Of all the places you could have put it, you put it right there. And then, yeah, I think people are still making the XPS 13 jokes in the comments. The guy actually, I think he said he left because it hurt his feelings. But yeah, I think cable management on the underside is pretty nice. You know, we see a few things on the right side that could easily be fixed, but at least under where the setup portion is, it's not bad. It's just coming out of the monitors that needs to be fixed. So I would like to see that worked on. And then the shelves were very underwhelming, I guess. They look very empty. Not a lot to them. So that should be fixed a little bit. And I think it's just like a starting point because the desks, you have all this empty space and it's just like, I don't know, the stuff that is there looks random. Like what is, we got a JBL speaker and like a dock with the charging cable coming out because it looks like the dock is too old to actually work with the newer phones. I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe people agree like that lamp to the right side as well is ugly. But I guess I'm just being that guy. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's a great furniture starter kit, but now it's like, okay, you gotta figure it out a little bit more. So let me know what you guys think of that setup because I don't really have much to say. So let's go to the next setup submitted by Christian, who's 13. Now this was his first submission. So before Tom hops to the next one, this was his first one, right? You know, he's 13. And, yeah, you know, it's in front of that big ass window. I think today's episode should be called Window Setups, you know? And he has that one cable on the bottom left that you could kind of see just chilling there on the floor. He's got monster drinks to the right. And, you know, it just the RAM sticks, the graphics card, things like that. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't that bad. So let's go to the next setup. Boom. This is an updated one. I mean, really nothing has changed other than the fact that he got rid of the monster cans and the RAM and the video card and added a microphone. And, I mean...
Is that PS2?
Is that a PS2?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah.
There's a headphone holder. I don't know if it's plugged in, but...
That's interesting. But, yeah, I mean... What do I say? What are your thoughts in the chat? I'll read a few things out because really not much has changed. I mean, it's a daytime photo. That's one thing we could say. Someone just said, Jack Webster just said, no, it's a Dell XPS. Oh, God, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's good. It's, what are you going to change about it?
It kind of looks like an American flag because he has the red LEDs, the white furniture, the curtains and all that.
Yeah. It works. He got a new mouse. Okay, that's a good thing. Yeah, he's 13. I mean, first off, I think it reminds me of like being in the Oval Office or something with windows that big and like the perfect little nook for his desk. You know what I mean? Get some new blinds. That's something I had said to him before in the episode 119, but I don't think he really has control over that. He's only 13. I would like to see blackout curtains all around that. That'd be dope. But yeah, people are. It seems like a lot of people are just saying the blinds. Get some new blinds.
Yeah, just get 3 Dell XPSs.
Yeah, as blinds. Like get flags made up. And then people are saying maybe a monitor stand, some pop vinyls, something a little bit more to go with theme. I agree. A little bit more personality, but yeah. Well, someone said I dig the blue ones. It fits the Oval Office thing. Yeah, I mean, if he's going for...
I like it. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a nice accent. But,
yeah.
You know, it's like,
well, it does add color to the setup, which is very important.
Like if it was black and all that, I probably wouldn't like it as much.
Yeah.
It's probably boring as hell.
Well, if it's black, though, it kind of goes with the whole contrast white and black setup that he's going for already, it seems. But then he's got the red mouse, you know, which kind of confuses me. But
white and blue, man.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, let's go to the next setup here. All right, next setup submitted by Sebastian. Sebastian, not from Under the Sea, Little Mermaid. He's under the sea. Okay, this is just a 19-year-old Sebastian who had the opportunity to get a dining room table for his setup. We've seen that happen quite a bit. Of course, Jerry, aka Barnacles, has probably one of the best dining room table setups we've seen. So yeah, I mean, this not quite. Oh, I'm gonna be a douche. I don't want to be a douche, but listen, Sebastian, you're 19, man. You can't be living like this. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? Okay, the monitor / speakers, awesome, really, really nice, big, but no, look at the placement of everything else you have. Dude, like off to the left especially, all these things, like, no, not how you use it. No, bad. Stop.
Bad Sebastian.
Bad Sebastian. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with the chat here. Get rid of everything. Get yourself a Dell XPS, and you'll be all set and ready to go. Can you imagine he just submits like a whole new setup with it? Yeah, I mean, peripherals, cool. Monitors, I mean, they're not the hottest thing in the world, but it works. But look at the placement of everything. The headphones and all those random cables and just a terrible execution for such a nice desk space. You know, you have so much real estate and you just kind of butchered it. So I definitely think the dining room table, I mean, it was probably good for like a family of 4, but obviously not, you know, big enough for what you're doing. So you got to get one of those bigger ass ones with the extension pieces. And yeah, you need a bigger desk if you're going to actually house all these items, because I don't know how that's comfortable to use when you have like 17 boxes, you know, creating heat right up in your grill. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see some changes here. And by some, I mean a lot of changes. I mean, like, really, you got to knock everything off. Start fresh, because, yeah, I think your mom doesn't like you anymore. Your mom probably walked in and was like, really? You took my dining room table and you did this? He probably just took it from his family. They went to have dinner that night.
Never eat at the dinner table anyway.
They get like a huge family fight over it.
The desk into his room.
He's like hitting the walls and everything.
Someone said it perfectly. Get rid of everything so you can fit his Dell XPS.
Guys, we're gonna have to tweet at Dell after this, because I think I need an XPS 13. Anyways, I don't have much for Under the Sea Sebastian, so let's go to the next and final setup submitted by Toby. He's 17. He mainly uses his setup for gaming and playing his guitar while watching and creating YouTube videos. Now, this is weird, but his YouTube channel is called A Battle Scarred Teddy Bear. I mean, it's all one word too, so I mean, I don't know what he was smoking when he came up with that, but I saw he has some videos on there, so go drop him some love. Make sure his teddy bear is okay. And yeah, so taking a look at this, someone actually said they took their mom's table for real. Hey, more power to you. If she doesn't beat you with a wooden spoon, then I say go for it. Anyways, now this setup, love and hate. Definitely 100% love and hate. I love that, you know, although Razer, I think Razer's cool. I'm happy he doesn't have the long extended Razer mouse pad, because that thing is hideous. I'm happy he has the Firefly, to say the least. But I love that he's definitely 100% devoted to them, because look at the follow through. His room is green. He went with the Razer products, so all the green LEDs. Really, really like that. I think he's just missing some Razer headphones, to say the least. But yeah, the monitor arrangement, I'm not sure I kind of understand what's going on there. The one on top looks nicer, and not just because of size. I think it's just like a nicer display. I mean, that is an Asus in the middle, so maybe the refresh rate or something like that is like really amazing for when he plays games. So that could be the case. If so, then I understand. But this is kind of a good example of somebody who realized, I can't have these monitors side by side. If I do that, I can't have my speakers in a good spot. I can't have, you know, breathing room for my microphone and have my PC on the desk and things like that. So because of that, if that middle monitor is specific for his gaming needs, then I give him props, because he was still able to add a secondary display without, you know, really making it hard to do the rest of the setup. Now, is it super usable? I don't know. It kind of looks a little bit harder to use, and, you know, especially at the angle. Someone said it's a top on a TV. It could be. I don't have a size comparison. I thought that case was pretty big, but it looks really small in this setup. Right? Doesn't kind of look like a mini. I don't know. It could be a smaller case. I don't know. Regardless, it looks like he built the desk himself. You know, looks like the stain color is different because the legs are lighter, but maybe that was done on purpose. You know, the monitorizer, I would like you to see. I'd like you to see. Open your eyes. But really, if you stained that to match the desk, it would make it a lot nicer. And then really, it's just the rest of that green wall. You know, do something with it, whether it be a decal of something that says like a battle scarred teddy bear, or maybe just a teddy bear on your wall. Something like, get a big ass teddy bear and just glue it to your wall. Just something to fill up that side, kind of like how you have the poster on the left. But it's nice. It's simple. Cables, yeah, here and there. He said that he has to actually go from his mom's house to his dad's house, so he has to be able to unplug things. So maybe that's why, but still, I think he could at least make it a little bit neater. And then that one cable on the bottom right is what goes into his parents' room to give them internet. So good job giving them internet, because they probably pay for it. But yeah, I think it's a simple, straight to the point setup. Little things that you can do to it to make it even better, like, you know, the monitor stand and all those other things I mentioned. But 17, not bad at all, dude. Not bad.
And I like that he had the green wool, and he's not like, oh, I don't like the green wool, so I'm going to have everything else a different color. He's like,
yeah,
I'll stick with this theme, and I'll see how it works.
Yeah, well, I would hope that he actually likes green. Otherwise, that was a bad decision.
Maybe he was a kid or something like that, and he's like, oh,
true. Yeah, damn it. Someone said, why is there a board under his mic? There may not have been enough room for him to actually clamp the mic arm, so he added the board to make it so he could do that. Or he didn't want to destroy his desktop, which, even though it wouldn't, maybe that's why he added it. But it's definitely related to the mic arm itself. God, everyone else. So
Dell XPS is portable.
Yeah, that's true. Greenlight Gaming, the Dell XPS is portable. So if you want to go in between your mom and dad's house, screw this setup, sell it, and get yourself a Dell XPS. Not sponsored, but it should be. That's it, though. Let's go to the scores. Today, the score for Jacob is a 78. Vladimir with a 60. Omar with an 88. Cam with a 66. Jake with a 72. Christian with an 86. Sebastian with the 54. Toby with an 80, which means our boy Omar, the wiki wah wah record guy, won himself first place by 2 points. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 156, recorded live on November 17, 2016. Don't forget, guys, we're doing 3 episodes a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch and YouTube, and of course uploaded about 2 hours after that. What's so funny, Tom?
So Matt, you should consider selling time and replacing with the Dell XPS.
Yeah, you know, I think that would be better.
Editing and your live streaming
on the go too. On the go. All right, Dell XPS, hit me up. Well, not Dell XPS, but Dell. Yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I did it for the fans.